Let's take you now to SALGA President Bheke Stofile, who joins us now for more. A very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. We listened very attentively as we heard the President saying that local government plays a pivotal role in the just energy transition, but he did make mention that this is a project that shouldn't be allowed to fail because there are a lot of processes which need to be implemented. What is your take?
Thank you very much, Madam Stofile, and to your viewers back at home. And I wish to greet you and the entire team. Let us start by saying local government is like your legs. The legs takes you to a destination that you want to reach. And the whole body is carried by the legs. And the whole body is the government. And local government is your legs. And that is why, therefore, I believe the President is then correct that if you don't strengthen your legs so that the legs carries the body weight, it will be then a failure of the body to reach the destination that it wishes to reach. And then therefore, we as in the local government sector, we are in agreement with the President that local government, it had to be strengthened so that it carries the whole body of government. We intervene in the challenges that are faced by communities, because communities, they don't live in heaven, they live in local government space. And for that reason, that is why we felt and believe that is an incorrect thing to support the President's endeavors to make sure that the local government does function and respond to challenges of our people.
I know that you have highlighted that in the energy sector, some government policies and legislation have made it difficult for municipalities to fulfill their mandates. What kind of expectations do you think the municipal fiscal framework was designed under?
If you look into the Constitution of the Republic, it spells out that the two trading business, water, electricity, is a key basis to make assumptions of 1998 white paper, that the municipality system in South Africa will be able to collect 90%. And if you look back from 1998 at the time, that there was a belief that the economy will grow and thereby the paying ability of communities will rise and therefore fund the program of local government. And it has been shown over a period of time up until today that the economy has been stagnated. The households find difficulty to pay services of municipality and thereby contribute towards the revenue base of a municipal system. And this, taking into account all of that, it then gives us a clear view that the current funding model in the municipal space need to be reviewed. And I think it will be important that the viewers link this with what the President said in the opening of the 7th Parliament. He raised critical point that speaks to the interest of local government. One is that he has made a concession that local government is underfunded. But two, he also made a concession on the long call made by local government practitioners over the years that government as a system, it must stop operating in silos. And then the President said, we must break down the silo operation. So that the government intervene as a government, not a sphere, national, provincial, and local. I think the President in his mind, he understood that there is no space called national. The space is in the local space. and therefore collaborative measures it needs to be adopted to intervene in the local space in changing conditions of our citizens.
What the president did say is that he also understood that you as SALGA wanted some exemptions to be inserted as he spoke about the Electricity Regulation Amendment Act, which I know you've said repeatedly over time that it threatens municipalities. And I know that you've also repeatedly implored both Parliament and the President to reconsider aspects of it. Talk to us a little bit about that clause that you've been scrutinizing and how you view the way forward.
Yes, the recent past Parliament in the 6th administration have passed a bill that is an electricity amendment bill. And that bill was sent to President to sign. And the President has signed the bill. And we have sent the petition to the President not to sign the bill on the two bases. One is that the bill, it inserted a clause called definition on electricity. And the definition, it was a clause that was not brought into the public participation. In the whole bill, it was public participated by everybody, including South African Local Government Association. And there was nothing that had to talk about the definition. It was nicodemously pushed in towards the conclusion of the process. And towards a few days before the Parliament, which is the NCOP, takes a stand. And we're saying to President, that insertion is incorrect, is unconstitutional, is inconsistent with the requisite premise of the Constitution. And therefore, that insertion is an incorrect one.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be then approved. The second thing is that if you look into that insertion of that definition, that begins to violate the Constitution. The Constitution says, if you read it, Schedule 4 and 5 of the Constitution, it gives impetus of responsibilities to local government to reticulate and distribute electricity. Now, that insertion, it says you reduce the reticulation to 11 kV. And that is illegal and is not within and in line with the constitutional prescript. That function is a function of local government. And that is why we then said to the President, it is important to consider that inclusion to be incorrect and be subjected into a process, and of which we are in agreement that a conversation with regard to this matter it needs to be ensued so that we can deliberate on the matter and clarify our stand. And we still believe that the insertion of that part, it was not properly it was not consulted anyway. It was not even in the documents of consultation, and thereby is unconstitutional.
Very well. Unfortunately, this is where we have to leave our conversation, but we do thank you for enlightening us and interacting with us, as of course we know that this is a two-day conference which aims to find a way forward for the effective implementation of the Just Energy Transition Investment Plan. Speaking to us there was SALGA President Bheke Stofile.